morning everyone, this is Mario Vergel and welcome back for another video. Hope you've all had a great week. Mine has been pretty good so far. Haven't been able to film lately. It's been raining a whole lot here in Miami. I want to say it's been raining for like 3-4 weeks. So I woke up this morning, looked outside, weather looked great, it was sunny, it's not cloudy. So took the car to the car wash, got it clean really quick so I can come over here and film a video for you guys. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the options and specs I chose on the M3. Now before I start, I do want to say I did not build and order this car through the dealership. I actually got it as is. I didn't want to order the car and have to sit around and wait for the car to get here. You know, I just needed a car right away. So this car, I'd say it's about 95% to how I would have built it. There are very minor differences that I would have changed, but you know, they're not that big of a deal. And this car was also local here in Miami, so it just made the whole process a lot faster. So let's get started. Let's talk about the options and specs. All right, so first things first, this is a 2018 BMW M3. 2018 being the last model year of the F80 generation. Usually you can tell to 2018 just because of the new and updated LED headlights, which I honestly like a whole lot better than the previous ones. So Alpine White did it for me again, just like my previous M3. I really love the way this color looks when it's nice and clean. I'm very picky with the colors on my cars. All my cars have been probably white, gray, or black. I have yet to pull the trigger on something different, but I have been actually considering getting it wrapped, doing something completely different, but I'm still undecided on that, and if I do, it'll definitely be later on in the future. So this car does have a competition package, so the black kidney grills are included, which it does give it a nice look in the front end of the car. So this car did bring the M Performance carbon fiber lip and splitters, which are an option that I really love. That's actually one thing that I wanted to get on my previous M3, but I never did. That M3 did have the carbon fiber lip just itself, but as I mentioned on one of my videos, a truck driver actually cracked the lip while they were bringing it down from the truck. Never really got to enjoy it. I'm glad this one really has it, because I do feel like the lip and splitters give it a more aggressive look in the front end of the car, and I feel like it does complete the front end as well. So moving on to the side of the car, these are the 20-inch wheels offered on the competition package, which are probably some of my favorite wheels. My previous M3 did have them as well, and I got a lot of compliments on the wheels. And I'm sure this one will get them too, especially with the black trimming around the wheels. They look a lot nicer in my opinion, and especially with the white car, they do stand out a little bit more. Some black exterior trimming, which is also part of the competition package. Now this car does have the M Performance carbon fiber mirror caps, unlike my previous M3, which had some cheap aftermarket ones. These look great. I feel like they do kind of blend in with the tinted windows, especially in pictures you can't really see them. Overall, I think they look great, especially with the carbon fiber roof. They match very well, and you know, you can never go wrong with more carbon fiber. So moving on to the rear end of the car, this is M Performance carbon fiber rear spoiler, which my M3 did have them as well. Luckily, this one was actually installed correctly. On my other M3, there was actually about a finger gap on one side, and on the other side was actually right on the borderline is where it started. Black M3 badges, which is also part of the competition package. Now, the quad exhaust tips are standard on the M3s. This one having a competition package, they do come in black. I recently just ordered the BMS exhaust tips from Berger Tuning, which I did have them on my previous M3 as well. They're a lot bigger and they're coming high gloss black as well. I still haven't decided on a diffuser, just because I feel like they do kind of blend in with the exhaust tips, and I do want the tips to stand out and be more noticeable. So moving on to the inside of the car, this one does have the black extended merino leather, which is probably the only thing I would have gotten differently. I would have definitely ordered the full leather, which the only differences would have been all of this that's rubber, and up here as well would have been leather, but you know, it's not that big of a deal and it's not that noticeable. My previous M3 did have the full secure orange leather, which you know, I did like a little bit better, but when it comes to actually driving the car, I feel like the black is definitely less distracting. So this M3 did bring the driving assistant package as well as the executive package, which it included the heads-up display. I'm sure you can see it there. Heated steering wheels, which you know, here in Miami, it never gets to a point where you actually need to use them. Parking assistant as well as parking distance control. Side and top view cameras, which you can see them right there. It is a great option, especially for those who use it. It's very helpful. Here we have the rear view cameras, which are great quality as well. So double clutch transmission did it for me. I know that manuals are a whole lot more fun to drive, but the way I plan on using this car, having a manual was only going to be a headache, especially in Miami traffic. Also, the car is slightly faster with a double clutch transmission, which is always a good thing. I do plan on ordering the carbon fiber shift knob as well as this centerpiece, just so I can match the rest of the carbon fiber interior trimming, which looks great in my opinion. New iDrive system is included, which is actually touchscreen. It does look a whole lot more modern than the previous one. Apple CarPlay is a $300 option, which I don't even use, but it is great for those who do. So those are some of the options on my new M3. Very few things I would have gotten differently, but overall I'm very happy with how well this car was put together. You know, it's always good to change things up a bit, especially when you get the same car again. So that's it. I mean, everything else I didn't cover is basically stuff that's come standard in all M3s or are just too boring to talk about anyway. So thank you guys for watching. If you have an M3, comment down below your options and what you like about them. I look forward to replying to you guys. Again, thank you guys for watching. Happy Father's Day, by the way. And if you're new to my channel and you like what you see, please subscribe. Again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great weekend.